Hey everybody!
Hey guys!
This is MaJeliv, we're the Vasquez family. I'm Matthew.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Jemmy.
I'm Jose.
And I'm Joshua.
And today we are going to be watching The Matrix Revolutions. We are concluding this Matrix Trilogy journey. Today's video is brought to you by Manta Sleep, so thank you Manta Sleep for sponsoring this video.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for more on them later. But yes, we are ready to jump on in. We had quite the reaction after Matrix Reloaded. We had our thoughts on it. Some mixed reactions for sure. Some really great things we enjoyed, some things that we did not like. But nonetheless, we are left with a cliffhanger at the very end of that movie that we have been dying to see how it all ends. So yes, from what our dads told us, because Dad, you're the only one I believe from all of us that has seen all three, and you have told us that you like this one, Matrix Revolutions, more than Reloaded. So we're curious to see why that is and if we agree. So we're going to jump on in. Again, thank you guys for joining us today. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, you guys are watching an edited version of our reaction. If you want to have access to our full uncut watch along to The Matrix Revolutions, you guys can have access to that by becoming a member of this channel, either clicking the link in the description or this card up above to have access to our Patreon, or by clicking that join icon next to the subscribe button. So you have two ways to become members of this channel, have access to that uncut watch along. But regardless, we're excited to be here with you all today. Let's jump in to The Matrix Revolutions. Here we go.
Sci-fi violence.
We are back
We are back,
in the Matrix.
back in the Matrix.
Or out of the Matrix.
We're out.
Whatever it is now.
Such a cool sound.
It's like a
Oh, here we go.
happening again.
Hold on to your
Matrix
butts, kids.
Revolution.
Time for the climactic conclusion of Yowzers.
The strange thing is, I see these patterns all the time. Where? On someone jacked in.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
they are one and the
He's plugged in without being plugged in.
No way.
Tell me he's not the one.
He's not the one.
Okay.
I do realize Neo.
Sure, I got the projection. How long?
Switch a couple of letters and it's one.
Mauser, I want 4 of them Afghans manned at all times. Make sure we are running on it.
I like this guy. What if I just talk like this all the time? You guys go that way. It's epic.
I bring word from the Oracle. You must come at once.
Oh boy.
Oh,
look
he
who
still
it
is in the
is.
Matrix.
Oh, his eyes.
Oh.
Whoa.
Good morning.
That's so cute. Hello, Nati.
Where am I?
This is the
Sati.
Mobile Avenue.
do what the trainman says. Else he will leave us here.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I'm glad she delivered that news so calmly.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it made me laugh. It's the Oracle.
Sati, come here, darling. Leave the poor man in peace.
Yes, Papa.
Who are these guys, right?
What are you doing here? You do not belong here.
Kamala, goodness, I apologize.
No. Straight to the point.
Is this that train?
That's it. Get away.
Who was this guy?
I don't know. Yeah, they made that look a lot smoother than he did.
Oh.
Oh.
Ah!
Gone.
We know what has to be done.
We do?
Does he know
Morpheus.
what has to be done?
Morpheus is so awesome.
He's just gonna follow the train. No!
Wait, what has to be done?
Only she knows, because
The
Morpheus had
Frenchman.
no idea.
This is probably the Frenchman's
Wait,
club.
he's back?
Oh, the Frenchman.
He's a program, Joshua. Well, no, the Frenchman is like Neo, remember?
So be it.
Oh!
Oh no. Wish granted.
Sarah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What's with the gas mask?
Whoa, man. What?
They just walked off on the ceiling?
Sometimes life can be pretty crazy, and it feels like our world's been turned upside down. Well, it's probably a good sign you need to take a nap. Which brings me to today's video sponsor. Manta Sleep.
If you've been editing all day, a nap is exactly what you need. Using the most advanced sleep mask on the planet, you will have more energy in no time. The Manta Sleep Pro offers 100% blackout for deeper sleep and C-shaped cups for side sleep comfort. With zero pressure on your eyelids and eyelashes, you will experience the rest you need to keep on that hustle.
Maybe seasonal allergies and sinus pressures are getting the best of you. Well, with this comfy blackout cooling mask, you can ease the pressure and reset with some coolness around your eyes through eye pressure-free compression. You can enjoy a spa relaxation feel to finish the day off strong.
Sometimes I'm trying to get creative with way too much going on around me. Maybe, like me, you need a creative reset. Maybe you need a peaceful escape in the middle of the day. Tune out the noise and rest with your choice of music. This new Manta Sleep sound has razor-thin Bluetooth headphones, 20-hour battery life, easy speaker adjustments, and no audible battery notifications. Just imagine being in a restoring oasis, preparing to rise and create once again.
Manta Sleep is for all napping types, struggling and easy nappers alike. This silk Manta Sleep helps me rest with the smoothness of silk. It's washable, gentle on the skin, and made of breathable materials. And it's infinitely adjustable for your most comfortable nap ever. Nap or sleep like a king or queen.
If you want to become pro nappers like us, use our code MaJeliv Sleep to get 10% off your Manta Sleep orders today.
Or click on the link in the description below to level up your napping power.
Alright, but don't go to sleep just yet. Let's get back to the movie.
No, that's not
That is so
confusing at
trippy.
all.
Once again, an action sequence
How do
that
we
makes
take
your head
things?
hurt.
How do we take things to the next level, right?
No, seriously, I don't even know how they did that.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh.
Okay. Watch out, Trinity.
Wow.
Dude, how would they? That's incredible.
Now here's another one of those parties.
Yeah, I guess this is just what celebrations look like in the
Yeah, in the Matrix.
underworld.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how I would walk in.
Our business is
Right,
our own.
our business is our own.
That's one way to walk in, like a windmill.
It's probably the Frenchman's.
Yeah.
Probably Matthew.
What in the hell?
There he
This
is.
dude, man. I can't with this dude.
The prodigal child returns. L'ange sans ses ailes.
Wow, he's got that laugh down.
Yeah, dude, that laugh
Yeah.
Rumbled.
is special.
Is this
Come
to
now.
know? It is my business to know.
My business, though.
I don't have time for this shit.
Okay. That's a choice.
Seriously.
So the answer is no.
Right.
Didn't that lady in red learn the lesson the last time?
Yeah, seriously, why is she still with this guy?
I know.
What's it gonna be, Merv?
Merv.
Morpheus, Trinity, and Seraph are gonna be right there.
Amo.
Aww.
Oh my gosh. She did it. Yay.
The future of both worlds will be in your hands or in his.
Uh-oh.
We know exactly who this is.
Oh, these guys.
Oh.
That's not okay. Why are they
Dude,
coming after
leave
her?
them alone.
Oh, get out.
Then they're gonna go up. Same thing. Oh, this is fascinating. Agent Smith and the Oracle.
Oh my goodness. What?
What?
Is that?
Okay.
That's the Oracle now?
I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
What?
If I'm not me, then who am I?
It's
He's doing good.
He's
That's
so
a really good.
Oh, she's fine.
She lived.
Unlike those other guys.
But we can hope. I'm afraid hope is an indulgence I don't have time for.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Spoken like a true doubter.
The pause was everything.
Look at you.
The only two kids. The only two kids in Zion.
You want us to patch an uplink to reload the operation software, Spark?
Yeah, that'd be swell.
Yeah, that'll be swell.
There's so many cool little characters in this
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be very safe for me.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Do you know what's changed in the last 6 hours?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Epic script.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It was an honor, sir.
Uh-oh, that sounds like a goodbye.
No, the honor is still mine.
Oh my gosh, dude, I love Morpheus.
Well, clearly he survives because there's another movie. Or maybe he resurrected. Isn't that what it's called?
Yes, ma'am. You can definitely infer
The
that.
last movie?
What's the last movie?
Resurrected?
I think so.
Resurrections.
Oh yeah, so you might.
Engine's still firing. Must be a fuse. I'll check it out.
No. Trinity, watch your back.
Oh, it's this dude.
Oh.
I should have known to send his bitch first.
Whoa.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh my gosh! Oh, yuck.
Ugh.
Oh, shoot.
Great stuff. Ow.
My.
Pay for that.
His nose, bro. He's got
She messed him up.
What is it I can do?
Oh, man.
That's gross.
I knew he was out of his goddamn mind. He fired that EMP. God.
All right, enough with the GD. Calm down, man.
Don't do that.
Oh. I like burning everything now. Ew.
Ow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
His eyes.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Poor Neo.
Ugh.
I can see you.
Ah.
Oh.
Yuck.
Oh.
I like that they show it in that format.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh man. Ow.
I know.
I think you're gonna have to try.
Yo. Look, oh man.
Oh,
That's a
He's still making jokes. We're okay. It is going to be okay. That was precise, dude. I would have to have done that like 3 times. Like, oh shoot. Do you think this would have been possible without aliens? Like those walking mech
I
suits?
don't think so.
Comment down below if there's a movie that has mech suits like this. I'm sure
Before
they're out there.
Before Alien.
Right.
Oh, that is
Hey.
so like technologically advanced.
Oh.
This guy's so cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. You better not die.
I know. Whoa.
Oh.
She's amazing.
Whoa! What?
That was sick.
Dude, that flip was so 360.
Yeah.
You got believing again.
Oh my gosh. Don't waste all your firepower.
That's exactly what they're doing.
This is nuts, man. This is wild.
I had a feeling that thing was a giant sentinel.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my gosh.
What
There's
the
no
heck?
way, man.
He's that. How are they not dying?
Like barely doing anything.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm thinking, dude.
How do you fight that? You
Yeah.
can't.
What do you do?
It's like one of those boss levels where you have to, and like Lego, where you have to sneak around and
Yeah.
knock it out slowly.
Nice.
This movie works a lot better when it comes to like momentum and sequences and.
Another breach point?
You're joking.
Oh my gosh.
This is exhausting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the word. Impressive, but exhausting for sure.
Again, I think it's a lot easier to appreciate this because it's something new and fresh for what we've seen of the Matrix. You know,
Right.
Yeah. Oh.
right in the middle.
Yeah.
They've got to go.
Oh, they're gonna save.
They got to shoot that thing and run.
Oh.
No.
Oh my. Ew. It's a Doc Ock madness. No.
No.
Oh. Oh, what the heck?
Oh, darn it, man.
I think so.
I would.
Oh my
That's too
goodness,
late,
what a
right?
nightmare.
Hive.
Oh my god!
Why?
gosh.
Oh, chill out.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, yuck. Dang, man. Open that gate.
Future's in your hands, kid. Oh my gosh.
He's like figuring out how to drive
Yeah,
that
he's like-
thing.
That's why they were emphasizing him in the last movie. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. You got it, you got it, you got it.
He has to climb those things?
Yeah, I believe.
Awesome.
Let's go.
Nice.
What a mess. What a mess. Oh my goodness. Go, blow the EMP. Fry them all.
Yes. Jeez, man.
So
Oh.
annoying, those little...
Look how much. My gosh.
I don't know if you can call. Okay, I guess there's a lot of people left.
Aw.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
They're like freaking bees, man. Wait a minute. The eyes of the Oracle will be given.
As long as there is a single breath in
Neo just lost his eyes.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm just connecting dots. I don't know if that means anything. And
Must be
Agent
given.
Smith. Agent Smith just gained eyes.
He just.
But technically, he took the eyes. I don't know.
Commander, do you think that we have any chance of surviving?
I would ask him, because he's the one who believes in miracles.
Which is another way of saying no.
Which is another way of saying it.
He's gonna destroy them right now.
Using the Force.
Oh, Neo.
Neo has the Force.
Dude.
That is so badass, dude. Oh,
Whoa.
Back down.
Man.
that's what you fight for. Get back the sun.
That is what you fight for.
Trinity?
Okay, thank.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Was not expecting that.
seriously, man, twice. Poor Neo, man.
Oh my gosh.
I think this is boss battle. I think.
And he's blind, bro.
Yeah, look at
Looks like
that.
the
That is like
entrance
that is the entrance to like
to a boss
to
battle.
Ganondorf's room.
Yes, to a boss battle.
That's the part where they give you all the health you need.
Yeah, they give you all like the treasure chests and all. Dang.
It's like stepping to the source. He's beginning to believe.
How cool is that?
I like this movie a lot more. What is that? It's the great.
Imagine the
Eye.
Sentinel's just like, Neo! Long time no see, buddy.
They can be reasoned with. Look at that.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. They're setting up a chair for him. What a strange sensation.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
Oh man.
boss fight.
Oh, it is on. This part. I semi-remember.
You semi-remember.
Do this all, Agent.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. This was kind of hard to forget.
So he's just taken over the Matrix? Oh, I guess that's what he did with the Oracle's powers. The Matrix is his.
Oh, and the rain too. Whoa.
Oh.
Wow.
Talk about canceling each other out.
Oracle said that they were.
What?
The rain stopped!
Now you're just defying gravity.
Yes.
Nonchalantly, bro.
These are like some of the fight sequences you have like in your dreams.
Or like Man
I
of
know,
Steel.
yeah.
Where there's like no gravity whatsoever. Oh my goodness.
What
It's
the
Pizza
heck?
Pan.
It's like ang.
Yeah, it's like Pizza Pan.
Yeah.
Nice.
I love it when
Dude,
they
this
do
is
that.
so impressive.
How do you do all this stuff?
I have no idea.
Imagine watching this movie like after you've worked on it and like.
I wonder what company did the VFX for this movie.
Oh, this is so cool.
Yeah, it is a cool battle.
Oh my goodness.
Man, the way they can't.
Yeah, I don't know why I
man.
feel like this is the way that you end it.
You have to, right?
Yeah.
It's been building up to this.
The water thing again. Look.
What?
Stop the rain.
Eee.
Oh my.
Dude, it's a little bubble.
Yeah.
Why, Mr. Anderson? Why? Why do you persist?
He's so good at being bad.
Ooh.
How do they do that?
I don't know.
Whoa, because now he's destroying him from the inside because he's a part of him.
No, he's what?
I think he's destroying him from the inside because he's a part of him? Dude, that's a lot of Agent Smiths. Oh my gosh, the caves.
Man.
What about Neo, though? Where's Neo?
I don't know, man.
Fascinating. Oh, the architect. This guy.
I don't remember any of this.
Did you always know?
Oh, no. No, I didn't. But I believe.
Huh. Oh my gosh, dude.
Revolution
Oh.
is right.
We did it.
Bro, learning this on the piano would be sick.
I definitely like this one more than
Oh.
the second one. Although I will say, this one definitely helps the second one make a little bit more sense in terms of some plot things, like story-wise.
Yeah.
So they definitely complement each other. I'm able to appreciate some things in the second one a little bit more. But as a movie as a whole, this one definitely works better, I feel.
Yeah.
The second one was just such a roller coaster. Like, it's just non-stop. You know, it was barely a chance to breathe, whereas this movie definitely had those moments. So
I mean,
yeah,
Oh, this one
it's,
seemed very non-stop too.
it's
It
different.
was just so different.
It came to a conclusion. I think
Yeah.
all of it is one continuous story, and as far as the story goes, you know, it's one of those things where you can, you know, pick and choose, but it's, you know, it's very impressive, and you know, the fact that they were able to like wrap it up and end it in such a way where it's a bit, you know, reflective if you want it to be,
Yeah.
and you know, it's just it's very interesting the way that you kind of see Neo being put back into like a slumber, or like some kind of,
yeah.
you know, like he was being put back into the machine.
Yeah.
And so it was very that whole ending was very interesting, and I don't really know another word for it, but I think it concluded well, and the action sequences, I think Matthew had mentioned it, there's a lot to appreciate here with the sequences and the CGI, and it's very ambitious, like the concepts, and
It's insane.
it's all like definitely something you cannot ignore, and it's a lot of hard work and a lot of like, especially the mix of like the practical effects and the CGI effects, like all of it mixing was just really great. I mean, I don't really have anything bad to say about this movie. I think there were some lines that, you know, are a bit epic, and but that's kind of the style. Like, that's what's going on here. Like, people say things that are like, that are that have this weight to them. But that's the style of the Matrix. So it's kind of, yeah, I think that's it for me. The music was great. I thought the music was awesome. There were some variations of the theme that were really special, and like they had this very, from like the sounds that we usually hear, and then they had a lot of like vocal. It kind of tied it very much to very faith type music in terms of like cathedrals or like
very ancient,
ancient sounding like a very ancient sounding score. So I really appreciated that, and it comes across that it's like, you know, something historical, something very faith like involved is happening in terms of taking these leaps of faith and you know, just believing. So it's
yeah. Any thoughts, Mom?
Jenny? I like the messages about love
Mm-hmm.
throughout. They were sprinkled in. I do like I like the story much better in this one. Like the conflict, I guess. I'm glad we didn't have the French guy more than 10 minutes.
Yeah,
he was annoying. Yeah, it seemed like the first movie was the one with all the multiple. Was it Smith?
Mm-hmm. That was
the second one.
The second one, sorry. Mm-hmm. Was like this constant battle with these multiple replicas of Smith, but in this one it just, I don't know, it seemed more diverse. It seemed very impressive. This was made in 2003.
Yeah.
I mean,
this changed the game.
It's definitely it's clear to see how these movies as a whole impacted.
I mean, revolutionary, no pun intended.
It's crazy that
it's just crazy.
These two movies came out, the same year as Return of the King. So I imagine 2003 was just a groundbreaking year when it comes to
cinema.
To cinema.
Oh, Dad!
Like, it's just,
you were busy
so much.
There was no way you were gonna go see this movie because you had to pick either.
Yeah, there's no
Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, and not that this is bad. It's just
how the
that's at the
actor
time.
in both movies,
What he was passionate about.
Yeah.
That's
Look
funny.
at that.
Yeah, there's some elements
those
that
residuals set him for life.
Yeah, it's fascinating. There's certain elements that I still don't feel we got complete closure. Like,
it's that's the thing is
the whole world already is very complex in itself. Like, it's hard to understand, and I was still left with a lot of question marks. But to be truly invested in this world and concept, you'd have to probably do like a deep dive into the story. Probably rewatch these and like understand the full context. So I think because you watched it spaced out of it, it's obviously normal because that's how the other people did as well. But
what are some of your questions?
Well, I think just how the whole physics of the actual thing work, like, and then the whole architect person at the end, and then like obviously under the Oracle. It's just like the connections and stuff. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Like, it's very fascinating, but it's a very unique world, and just the concept that was built, and just the whole idea, that type of post-apocalyptic world of, those sentinel things versus the humans. It's
so
just
many of them.
Yeah, it reminds me of Aliens, kind of, but of more technology based.
Right.
So.
Well, we're living in an era of artificial intelligence making a slow rise in our world now, and you look at this, and this is the absolute nightmare of what could happen if we just let it get completely out of control, and we get obsessed with allowing the machines to do everything for us.
Yeah.
It's it's interesting. Today it can serve as a cautionary tale in that sense, but this is a packed and loaded kind of a poetic look at life. But what were we gonna say, Matthew? Go ahead.
Yeah, it was so great. It was great. It was so much fun. I just know there's still some question marks I have about like you said, Neo is kind of in a slumber. Obviously, like I said, he lost his eyes. There were things that weren't really addressed again, like the Oracle's comment, about the eyes of the Oracle.
You mentioned
although that was something that the Frenchman said that he wanted, so maybe I'm just remembering.
I think it's one of those things because the way that it ended was very peculiar. It was, and that's not. I don't mean that in a negative way, but it's it's interesting how you have the Oracle, and then the Architect, and then this girl Sita, right? What's her name?
Saudi.
This little girl, like the way that she saw the sky and how beautiful it was, and I take it as just keep living your life. And I think from the perspective of the story, it's the beauty of the world can be taken in from an eyes of innocence without worrying about when the next conflict will arise or knowing all that if we just have this this childhood innocence that we constantly keep living, taking in every moment and having hope, having faith. Just be like this little girl and just find
That's that last
find the
moment
beauty
with the
in life.
Oracle about I didn't know, I believed, and it's that sense of like the power of faith and having hope, even if you don't know.
Well, even if you can't see, you have to think of Neo. He's being stripped of one of his great powers, which was the immediate vision he had of the Matrix.
Right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
to have blind faith, right, and his reception and perception of the world around him, he was left with no other superpower than his faith, his power of belief, his ability to choose,
Yeah.
right? And he chose based on a belief that was deep rooted and just knowing that if he followed through with that belief, the impossible would be possible. So I think that's my biggest takeaway.
He
it's this
confronted
sense of-
the
and the
big
love
guy.
aspect, what you'll do for love. There's different
Yeah, that
examples
was
of
really
that.
beautiful.
I
There's-
love that
was
part. That was
really-
my favorite.
I like the way it was portrayed in this movie.
Yeah, I feel like I've been reading comments about our first Matrix movie, and there's so much to these movies. I think watching them again, you really can keep getting more and more things out of it. But definitely 1 and 3.
You can't jump either. Like this movie felt the way it did because we experienced the second one, which is the same thing in terms of like having a lot of things placed together and a lot of action sequences but there was no resolve. I think this movie can't happen unless
Well,
you have the
it was
second one.
incomplete, and I think it was intentional because again, you said these two movies came out the same year, didn't it, or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like they were very close together when it released, so I think
Yeah.
it was always meant to be incomplete.
Yeah.
But I think just not even on a story level, but also action sequence level, they were very prolonged in the second movie. It was like it almost started getting like exhausting, whereas this one it was more, I don't know, it felt more enjoyable to me in this one. So on a technical side of things, I definitely like this one better than the second. But I agree with what you said, Josh. It's also
go together.
They go together.
Yeah, it's not my favorite. It's the kind of the fast pace and but there's the fact that they carried so many different relationships, so many different things
So many
going on,
characters,
and so many characters. I think to see, and I'm forgetting his name, but that kid that was fighting and he carried on.
I forgot his name.
Yeah, the torch of the leader, the general. That whole dynamic.
yeah.
He was such a strange character in the second one, but you come to the third one and you see that he wants to help and he wants to. There's just there's a lot going on, and from a writing standpoint, I think the fact that they were able to conclude in such a way with such a grand idea, and you can go back and it's had so much success. That there might be some question marks, but you can definitely it comes to an end, so you can appreciate that. Again, I know it's not my favorite type of film of movies, but you can definitely appreciate everything that they did to put all this together.
So I was telling you guys.
Effects were so amazing.
So the what now?
The special effects.
But that's
were
that's where I was going when I remember seeing this as a kid and that last fight sequence. And now back then I was a massive Superman fan, and up to that point there wasn't really another Superman movie, and I wasn't keeping up with movie news or anything like that. I was busy being a daddy. Man over there was only a year old, and these two beautiful humans were not in existence yet. So all I had was this fight sequence to think, man, they could totally do a Superman movie now. This is possible.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is amazing. So there's an excitement attached to the possibility of what else could come now after these movies. And then, of course, with Lord of the Rings and the groundbreaking things that were happening in that film. So, the future of the movies back then was looking really good in terms of special effects and storytelling. So this movie, while it's groundbreaking, the themes are I mean, people have talked about it all through the years, and everyone has their interpretation, but some things just cannot be ignored. I mean, God is all over this, literally. Christ
Sometimes
is all
not in
over
the best
this.
ways, but
I mean,
yeah.
not in the best ways, exactly, because the name is thrown around and G damn.
But look at them expressing their passions and their frustrations through. Yeah, it's.
I mean, there's I guess it's what those characters feel in the moment, and I got annoyed by it, but it's interesting. It's this weird dichotomy of these characters expressing their frustration, their anger, their loss of hope, and their disbelief with saying the Lord's name in vain, as we say, right? And yet you have the beautiful imagery of like Neo in this cross positioning as he's laying there,
irony
and
in that,
his light overcoming this darkness,
Yeah.
And his vision engulfing this dark machine, cold with warm light, and all of this Trinity. She passes on from existence, and yet she lives on because of the love he has for her, and the love he has for her transforms into this beautiful power of faith, and there's so many parallels. I mean, you could talk about, when Christ descends into hell after he dies, he fights fights the devil and redeems humanity. This final fight with Neo and Smith is kind of like that battle, and it's like Christ against demons. There's so many religious kind of contextual comparisons you can make that it's quite entertaining. It's a lot of fun in that sense. And I know ever since the movies come out, there's been other interpretations, and you can kind of unpack it in so many different ways.
You get the same theme. I mean,
Right.
you could definitely, and the thing is with us, like with this, the faith that we have, the belief we have, we definitely can dive deep into the themes and walk away with, a profound takeaway. But I think any audience member can find some level of a theme of believe, have blind faith, and just really find the beauty in life. And I think that's why it's done so well. So,
but it goes beyond. I think the key line for me in this go around with this movie, because this is one of those movies you could watch and you can unpack it in different ways, is Neo's line, his response to Smith. I choose to.
The willingness, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We have the free will to choose, to love, to believe, to have relentless, faith, and to not give up. And I think that's the beautiful message of this whole thing. It's Morpheus. Morpheus, he refused to give up in his belief, and it started with him. When this whole thing started, he was the only one that really was kind of sending out that
Everyone saw him
message.
as like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that moment when he looks up and his eyes are filled with tears, and he says it, I've imagined this moment for so long. It's almost, and there's just so many moments that are so beautiful like that. Even a character that we came to meet afterwards, Z, and her faith that no matter what, I'm gonna wait for Link, and if I have to die waiting for him, that's what it's gonna be. So there's these beautiful elements of just choosing to believe, and the result of that is peace. It is peace, because even if you were to die with faith, then you die in peace.
Right.
Well, if you look at Trinity and how she died.
Exactly.
And
she had a chance to not die with the words "I'm sorry" on her lips. She was brought back so that she could tell him, "I love you, kiss me," and she died with his lips on her lips. I mean, that's the way to go. If you're, if you can kiss the one you love, and that's the last thing you do in this life.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. Doesn't matter that you've been pierced, 5-7 times.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And the rest of it, the last thing I want to say is the second film and the third film, they probably were written as one, and there was no way they were going to make a long movie like that. So they had to find a moment to be like, all right, this is where we break it.
Yeah.
This is where we kind of part, and
Yeah.
and this movie will stand the test of time. And then anything beyond this, like Resurrections, I don't know that we'll watch that. So I mean, you could probably recommend that, but we probably
won't.
Yeah.
this is a great way to end it. It's the iconic, sunset in the sky, and it leaves it a little open ended. Will Neo come back? I mean,
At the end of the day, though, like the story is it's concluded. I don't know
There's
what
just a lot of great symbolism and themes here, but in terms of as a story as a whole, there's like just big question marks that I just don't. I wish they had answered a little bit more. For example, the war was over, but they're still out there. So what does their life look like now? You know, and what started the war initially? There's some question marks there. Like, yeah, Neo sacrificed his life, and Smith is gone, but then what? They just kind of go back to going, you know, this Matrix. So again, what were they truly fighting for? What kind of freedom?
Were they envisioning? Yeah.
Right. So that's what's interesting, and I think it's hard to answer all those questions. I understand. I'm not saying all the answers have to be answered. All the questions have to be answered, but there is a level of some of those things when you're wrapping things up. You know, if this truly is the end, you know, you can definitely give us, I would say, maybe a true conclusion of like wrapping up everything the way it needs to be.
But then that's also the difference. Notice that. I mean, you could compare it to. I mean, you could. I don't know if this is the wisest thing to do, but you can compare it to like a Return of the King, in the way that Middle Earth is given a conclusion. Notice how this world is not, for the sake of keeping the power and the mystery and the vagueness and the possibility of the Matrix open. So that also says something about the story's intent and what is it really wanting to do to audiences. Is it wanting to leave them with the resolve, or to leave the questions open-ended so that we can keep talking about it today, like 21 years later?
And that's the thing, this movie, the third one, has a lot more substance instead of just a bunch of stylized stuff, which is what we felt in the second one. So yeah, I mean, I love this experience. I think it was still a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I just definitely know my wheels are still going to be
gnarly. There's a lot of gore.
Yeah, there was just a lot there for sure.
And it seems like it's a movie where people like to make their own analysis, and there's always this conflict, not conflict, but like just diversity in opinions and interpretations. And I think we can watch this movie 5 more times and still have questions.
I mean,
because it is so like out there. Very metaphysical, like just.
And at the end,
it's very philosophical.
At the end of the day,
philosophical.
Yeah, no, it was just a lot of fun, and we definitely,
definitely
want to hear what you guys have to say about this.
Happy we went on this
How you felt about this? Obviously, yeah, Matrix Resurrections came out. We don't know if we're gonna see that one, just because we've heard, you know, not the best reviews.
Fact that
but we want to hear your thoughts. I just bringing them back in Resurrections hinder what's here. Like, why even do that? So because I think they left those characters extremely in a really great, beautiful place. I mean, all of them. I mean, they all did so great. You know, Keanu Reeves, Carrie-Anne Moss, and Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah. I mean, that scene where he's losing Trinity and he doesn't have eyes, like you could still see his pain. And you know, in acting they always tell you put it in your eyes, put it in your eyes. But if you don't have eyes, but still being able to portray it, that's not easy to do. And Keanu Reeves brought it for that scene.
I mean.
So it was wonderful. You could just really see the talent and gifted actor that he is. So, yes, definitely meet us in the comments. Let us know your thoughts about this movie. Obviously, the breakdowns and interpretation that you have for this film.
You know what's interesting as you close up really quick? This is one of the lowest rated film, I believe, of the 3.
Fascinating.
But it's interesting that it's not the most loved of the 3.
I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not. As the thing is, the more that there's a conclusion, the more people get frustrated. Yeah, that's just how it is.
And because it's a conclusion, there's more pressure on it, so people may have expectations of like how they want it to end.
With the story.
That's it.
Well, and that's just it. This is the kind of story that I wonder how much the creators had in mind already, the ending. You know, because the concept is so big, and like you said, Josh, how do you wrap something up like this? So
you don't.
Yeah, clearly you don't. But that's just it too. It seems more like this, not playground, but in a way, I don't know, pun intended, simulation. But this story, this place where you can have this commentary on life and what's reality, what's illusion, the kinds of realities and perceptions and patterns of thinking that we sometimes put ourselves in as humans that kind of definitely affect the life that we live, and you know, the aspect of hope and faith and reason and all of that. So I think the Oracle, it's interesting, the Oracle and the Architect represent just that, order and chaos, which regardless of what you believe, what faith you might have, you can't deny that those things exist in this universe, in this life. And so that's always the conversation. And it is, now that I'm saying it out loud, I hear it. the reason they still exist is because that's what still exists today. You know, they're always gonna be there. So, anywho, man, I don't even know. I'm gonna be.
It's
I
late.
want to be.
Yeah.
It's also midnight.
Yeah. So we need to go to sleep. We want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. So meet us down there. And remember, if you guys want to have access to that 10% off discount with Manta Sleep, definitely check out the link in the description and get out that code. But yeah, so those Manta Sleep masks are great. We definitely will be using them tonight to go to bed because we're gonna need something extra special to help us wind down for sure.
Better not see machines in my sleep, man.
Oh my gosh.
Tell you what, man. So anyway, yes.
If I scream, that's why, guys.
Right. Oh man, but yes, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Remember, if you guys want to have access to the uncut watch along to this movie, as well as the previous last 2 Matrix reactions that we did, you guys can have access to those by becoming a member of this channel, by clicking the link in the description that's card above to have access to our Patreon, or by clicking that join icon next to the subscribe button. So you have 2 ways to become members of this channel, have access to those uncut watch alongs. So yeah, guys, regardless, you being here today means a lot to us. So thank you for coming along this Matrix journey. It's been a blast, and we'll meet you guys in the comments and see you in the next MaJeliv video. Have a MaJeliv day.
Bye.
Bye.